Whoops. First, I want to say thanks to Richard and to Dee Dee. I'm going to read 2 poems. The first one is called Puffy. When I was 4 years old, we had a blonde Cocker Spaniel. I named her Puffy. Never keep the backyard gate open, repeated my mom. We were extremely careful. One night, around dinner time, Mom rushed into the dining room. Puffy's been hit by a car. I'm sorry, I left the gate open. We were in shock. My brother, my mom, and I cried. Almost 3/4 of a century later, I mentioned the Puffy incident to my brother, who is 1.5 years younger than I. Her name was Fluffy, he says. No, Puffy, I say. Fluffy, Puffy. I can't believe I'm hearing this. My younger siblings were babies or not yet born. My parents now deceased. No one else knows. Her name was Puffy. I named her. She was my dog. And this is called The Only Jewish Girl in Appleton High, and this is Appleton, Wisconsin in 1967, when that's where Joe McCarthy was born, and they still celebrated his birthday. Mary, who dated Daniel, the only Jewish boy, called me for a tutorial. Asked me what to eat, what to wear, did I have a recipe for matzo ball soup. I dated Jonathan, her former beau, a waspy basketball player with premature gray hair. At sweet 16, I baked my own cake. He sent me a dozen long stem reds. In a white silky dress, I seduced him in the basement of my parents' home. That blistering summer, his mother invited me to their beige Frank Lloyd Wright. A size too large, I wore my mother's pink and white dress, the one with the bow. His mother offered me oak Chardonnay. I choked. A piece of meat lodged in my throat. Crimson, I vaulted from the table. Crimson, I returned. After dessert, we walked to my mother's brown Buick. When no one was looking, he pulled me into his lean body. 2 months later, he was deported to boarding school. Junior year, I dated Kevin, a blonde basketball star, until we moved back east, where Jewish girls belong. Thank you. Sorry, I have to leave. I was here at 3:30.
Okay. Green. Every night I go to sleep. Every night when I go to sleep, I become green, since I never know where I'm going when I dream. Green submarine. There is a green submarine that some have called sublime. Others have said that it is a pickle in the brine. Accelerating. Suddenly, the monotony of the parkway's hum is broken. An accelerating car is a roar out the door. Other cars din, autos passing becomes a snore. This speeding car, how far can it go? The driver, a shooting star or falling? Tensely we watched. The outcome was a close one. Everyone was on edge. Everyone lost their edge, fully absorbed In the competition, the suspense made everyone stand. Active onlookers, everyone was, that one team won. No one did begrudge. What did matter was the excitement everyone felt in the moment. Oh, the drama in this sporting life. Our honeymoon in the lemon drop sun. How could we not have fun since it followed a honeymoon? One day this will all be eclipsed long after new love is missed by you and me and others continually. The works, zoom, zoom, zoom. The rockets go boom, 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 exploding into wondrous colors. It's awesome for everyone tonight. Is this a magic kingdom we live in? The children wonder. The pyrotechnics go higher and higher. Then the ephemeral, sparkling shower innocuously descends. Oh, ooh, hooray, say the crowd, completely taken by this friendly fire. One more, say it. One more. Thank you. Thank you. Fireflies keep hovering, light the paths of lovers, caught from flight, you never bite. A brief, calm walk around my hand, then you go, get on with the show. Your light is your song. Fireflies keep flashing your unique light without heat. Brighten lovers walk with this flickering, this gentle lightning, a harmonious counterpoint to crickets stridulating. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Okay, we have Pete Dolak, Ron Cohn, and Oliver Baer. Please come on down.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you all here. Mr. Softy is everywhere. All morning, all day, all night. He knows when you're home. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you're asleep. He knows if you've been bad or good. Mr. Softy is everywhere. He's outside my window at 8 a.m. offering coffee and scrambled egg ice cream. He's back an hour later offering ice cream stuffed with a blueberry muffin. He's back at noon offering a BLT ice cream for lunch. He's waiting for the neighborhood kids all afternoon, his ice cream siren song heard for blocks around. At dinner time, he cruises slowly, peddling kielbasa ice cream in case someone burns dinner. I live in Greenpoint. All through the night, he sells us wares, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. Mr. Softy is everywhere. Even at midnight, when I couldn't sleep, Mr. Softy tried to sell me an ice cream sundae with a sleeping pill inside. After a few weeks, I grew accustomed to his familiar bells. I realized I would never have to visit a supermarket anymore. When it's time for dinner, I just wait for Mr. Softy to drive down the street. Fridays are especially nice because he usually has extra helpings of smoked salmon ice cream. No need for cat food either. Now when Tabby meows for food, we give her mice-flavored ice cream. Though it does get messy when the cat pounces. And when I ran out of dishwashing liquid, I was able to buy detergent ice cream. A great time saver, pile a la mode, clean dishes, all in one product. Soon, I realized ice cream was the answer to all household problems. Who needs toothpaste when you can brush with fluoride ice cream? I even adjusted the shower head so I can shower with ice cream, and once we were to leave that night, we ran out of birth control when we saw Mr. Softy come round the corner. Even Mr. Softy uses his ice cream. He runs his truck on his own product, it turns out. It doesn't matter any longer if they run out of regular at the gas station. Now when my car is low, I just tell Mr. Softy, fill her up. And why stop there? Maybe someday we won't need nuclear power plants anymore. Harnessing the power of atoms, that's kid stuff next to harnessing the power of ice cream. Just imagine a ready-made power source. Who needs a Shoreham nuclear power plant when it can have the Shoreham Mr. Softy plant? The ultimate in renewable resources. Someday, our great-grandchildren will be mining an asteroid when they hear that familiar song on their space communication system, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. They'll look up, and there will be Mr. Softy docking a spacecraft. But what if an alien civilization is watching Earth and discovers the secret of Mr. Softy? Humankind would have the key to the universe in ice cream. Alien invasions would be sure to follow. Screaming armadas of deadly spacecraft would converge on the solar system from all directions. Interplanetary war, the Milky Way in flames. The very future of humanity would hang in the balance as half the galaxy battled an interstellar war to the finish. Each species desperately fighting, knowing that the civilization that controls Mr. Softy will control the galaxy. You know, who needs those kinds of problems? On second thought, just eat your ice cream. Or better still, stay indoors when you hear Mr. Softy. Your great-grandkids will thank you.
The poet Hal Sirowitz passed away a couple of months ago, and we did a memorial for him at the Bowery Poetry Club. He's a wonderful person. And an anthology just came out from Philadelphia with a number of pieces in it that people wrote about Hal, and this was my piece. My wonderful friend, the poet Hal Sirowitz. Years ago, I lived in Edison, New Jersey, and commuted daily to the Port Authority in New York City via suburban transit bus line. I would get on the subway there and travel down to the Strand bookstore where I had gotten a job by selling so many used books to them. The trip was mind-boggling, and I was desperate to move into the city, which I finally did, into the only neighborhood I knew, Hell's Kitchen. I found an apartment on 46th Street known then as Restaurant Row. Every day on my way to work, I would pass a lively love show, a man and a woman coupling on a table, surrounded by a bunch of elderly men holding folded-up newspapers. The neighborhood was dangerous, and I was so grateful to discover a poetry reading at a church on the same street I lived on. That church was St. Clement's, and the reading was hosted by Hal Sirowitz. I started attending regularly, and in a way, it saved my life. Hal was not only the director, he was an amazing poet filled with life and humor, and his life-affirming words gave me a new sense of purpose. I eventually moved to Brooklyn and began writing poetry seriously. Thank you so very much, Hal Sirowitz. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to be using technology here, so listen to that hold music in your head while this happens. Let's see. There we go. All right, so if you were here earlier and you heard Psychopositive, two of those songs were based on my poems. I'm going to read two of the poems that they set to music. This is the first one. Harbingers of change sing to me an uneasy lullaby. Rasputin's rook whispers greetingly to me, discordant bird songs of the winds and seasons, lost loves and found paintings of desire. The trouble dolls twitch and spasm across the board of my life. Change occurs. A red-headed Lorelei reminds me of old gods and rituals, how even they had their debutantes dressed in black robes, whose followers showered them in sacrifice and spice, leaving the depths empty and alone, hungry for change. The trouble dolls speak to them of better times. Latchkey kids running through urban myths of dark, dank alleys and brightly lit avenues, being cool lilies in the frozen winter streetlight ponds while waiting to meet up with Montero cat people in a bar or club, calling them friends, thinking of them as family. The kids believe they have a home. The home changes as the trouble dolls move in. The song's intermittent white noise is now a symphony of voices and memories. And this is the second poem that they set to music and they played. Fire, fire in my mind, burning all my dreams behind, so that no trace is left for my guilt, a fortress solid upon which to build, its walls of promises unfulfilled, its beams of lies told to support, a roof of pain without retort. The centuries fought to bring you back, but I only ordered a missile attack on the emotional village I built for you. After all the blood's been spilled and spewed, I napalmed my wishes so there'd be no trace. But I'm still haunted by the ashen outline of our last embrace. And to quote their song, woo! And my last one is Peter DeZosa had a song about the snake eating its tail. You know what that's called. It's a Greek word. Yes, I have a poem with Ouroboros in it. Here we go. There's lightning in the western lands, a rumble in our sheets. The electricity becomes static, friction from Ouroboros days dangling. The hangman waits to cinch the slipknot of time. His pillowcase mouth sounds from the depths, a sunken city of the crimson night painted with the shadow of the gibbet. The end of our rope unfrayed, our spasmodic swing dance ends. He cuts us down, throws us in the swamp, sacrifices to an arcane idol in the anoxic twilight. A femur's writhing, sinewy mass reaches out to us. Baboons jabber knowingly. Falcons judge a land of bones. Jackals jump the parts to the four corners, feeding the crawling chaos in the place of dead roads. The noose of responsibility tightens still, asphyxiating our soul's magnificence 7 times over. Lightening our load, the spark dwindles, decays dust, passing with the storm. Thank you.
Okay, now we have Austin Alexis, Linda Lerner, Elizabeth Moth.